Here's 5 minutes of potentially useful League of Legends information. There is a ring around the inhibitor that tells you how much time is left until it respawns. However, in order to see this, you need your quality settings to be high enough. This is known as the Dyrus Flash, which is also considered to be one of the hardest in the game, but it can also be a great tool for escaping. 59% of the teams who get first blood win the game. You can place wards in these really crazy spots. It's a bit tricky, but if you hug the wall and click right here on the waterfall, you can place a ward in the brush. Additionally, you can also place a ward in the tri-brush from here if you do it perfectly. You need to click on this piece of grass and then perfectly click on this mushroom thing. If it's even off by the slightest of margins, it won't work. 71% of teams who take turret first wins the game. If you're a top main and have a better level 1 than your opponent, you can sit in the tri-brush and cheese them for an early first blood or a really good trade after they come up from the leash. This can also work on the other side if you stand here. The worst combinations of drakes is 3 cloud drakes with a win rate of 68.2%. The best combination is an infernal, an ocean, and a mountain, which has an 80.3% win rate. If you're a top lane main, this one is for you. You can actually place a ward in this bush from next to your turret, but it's a little tricky. You need to click on this intersection and then click on the point of the rock. Personally, I haven't always gotten this to work, so you may need to mess around with it a bit. There's a feature called Target Champions Only that can be toggled by pressing your tilde key by default. You can switch it to be a toggle or a press and hold in the settings. You can also change what key this is set to. When activated, it pretty much does what it says. It only allows you to hit champions, which is very convenient when you're tower diving. You can drag a minion into the brush to check for wards. If they start hitting you, well, there's indeed a ward in there. 3.75% of all Kassadins AFK. The next closest champion is Yasuo at 1.51%. I don't know how useful this is, but maybe next time you have a Cass in your game, you'll be more prepared. You can toggle the movement prediction option to help things seem a bit more smooth and less laggy when playing. Turret plating falls at 14 minutes, which also means if you can get an early rift off before then, you can get a lot of extra gold by using it. If you go invisible and then TP, it'll seem like your teleport got cancelled. This also means you can make some unexpected entrances. There are a lot of abilities you can cast and then flash after, giving the other team less time to react. Some include Shen E, Aurelia R, Yasuo Q, and so on. Hey, if you're enjoying the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Thank you. You can get turret plating gold a lot further away than you think. If you're playing Tryndamere, you can use your W to determine if an enemy is in a bush. If there's someone there, your W ability will light up. When Baron is up, place your ward right behind it to make it difficult for the enemy team to clear. This one's pretty well known, but for those who don't know, you can upgrade your abilities by holding control and the ability you want to upgrade. You can set your spells to be cast using a guide in the settings. Most people prefer shift plus the ability. Anivia can still TP even if she's in her egg form. If you're in the brush and start auto-attacking minions, then you'll know the bush is warded. However, in order to do this, you need to have auto-attack on. You can teleport to any allied unit, which includes Heimer turrets, J4 flags, Zyra plants, etc. But most importantly, Zac blobs. Zac blobs are good to know because it will almost guarantee his respawn. 12 to 15 CS, depending on the level, is equivalent to 1 kill, so if you're down like 13 CS, then you're pretty much down 1 kill in gold. By default, you can use your F keys to move your camera on your team and gain information easier. You can QSS to get out of a mortal. You can use third-party apps to decide if you should dodge or not, which is 100% worth doing in the right circumstances. Sometimes you can actually tell if someone is in the brush by just clicking through it. If I click here and somebody's in the brush, my champion will slightly dodge around it and not walk in a straight line. It's very hard to see, but it can be useful if you end up catching it. If you're trying to take Scuttle, use some form of CC to break its shield to take it quicker. You have time to ward, back, and then buy a sweeper, and this can be very helpful as a jungler. This was in my last vid, but Fior's ult can only go on the real clone. This works for any champion with clones. Echo can use his ult to get right back to where he was if you buy fast enough. Use training mode to check your ping before hopping into a ranked game. Swain support currently has the highest win rate at 53.7% in Iron and Bronze. Malzahar mid has the highest win rate at 53.5% in Silver. Nami support at 53.6% in Gold. Malphite top at 53.1% for Plat. Galio mid at 53.4% for Diamond. And Skarner jungle at an insane 64.8% for Masters and above. At the start of laning phase, you can drag your wave so it's guaranteed to push to you. You can enable timestamps in your settings so you can see when people used their abilities and determine how much longer their summoner spells are on cooldown. Anyways, that is 5 minutes of potentially useful League of Legends information. I know it's not as long as my last video, but I tried to include as much information as possible that wasn't already super well known. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and dropping a sub. Also, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the recent support on my latest videos. It really means a lot. Yesterday I woke up and my video was on the top page of Reddit, which is freaking crazy, so thank you again. I look forward to continuing to make videos in the future. Also, if you made it this far into the video, you're the real MVP. Alright, I hope you all have a great day. Bye!